Welcome, I'm Jim Sanderson, and this is the Small Wildcat Conservation Foundation presentation for WCN October Expo. Thank you for joining me. Our mission, as always, is to conserve small wildcats and their habitats worldwide. Here are 4 of my favorite small cats this week. How is our mission achieved? Well, I work with colleagues and partners all around the world to reduce threats to small cats and their habitats. Here are 3 of my colleagues: Badru Mugerwa in Uganda, Flavia Torelli in Brazil, whom you'll meet later, and Jose Ramirez in Costa Rica. What are threats and what do they look like? Well, as near as we can tell, there are about 16 threats around the world that contribute to the loss of small cats and their habitats. For example, retaliatory killing number 13 shows a chicken that's been predated by a Geoffroy's cat. And when a small cat kills a chicken, usually both end up dead. Thus, we end up building a lot of hen houses. How is each program organized? Well, first we have to create a network of eyes and ears wherever we work. And that looks like this. Everyone has a cell phone. We work with rescue centers to deal with cats that need immediate help. These are rehabbed and then released where they came from. This is a picture of some fishing cats in Sri Lanka in our enclosure. We work with adults and communities to change the present. We try to create solutions that deal directly with the systemic problem of threats. For instance, with poaching, we might supply piglets to communities. We work with children to change the future. Here, Murthy is giving a presentation to the children in India, and notice that they're standing room only. Each of our programs also deals with local, regional, and national government policies and enforcement that are often not aligned at all. We raise awareness across a broad spectrum of society with magazine, newspaper, radio, and TV interviews. We do surveys, and of course, we do monitoring to know how well we're doing. We use something called time. What are the threats? What are our interventions to reduce those threats? We do monitoring usually with cameras, and then we use our monitoring to evaluate how well we're doing and to adjust our initiatives. We have 12 programs around the world for 17 different species. Each program is run by an in-country local, and each program has multiple threat reduction projects. These 12 programs are organized around 17 different species. So Central and South America, we have programs. We have 1 program in Africa for African golden cat. We work in Southeast Asia and Sundaland. And in mainland Asia, we have multiple projects also. I'd like to introduce my colleague, Flavia Torelli from Brazil, who's leading our Geoffroy's cat working group. Flavia?
Thanks, Jim. And thank you all for joining us. I'm Flavia Torelli, and I'm here to present to you the Geoffroy's cat working group, which I'm glad and proud to be coordinating. But first, do you know Geoffroy's cat? Geoffroy's cat is a small neotropical wildcat. These cats are about the size of a domestic cat. Some individuals have small black spots and others are melanistics. The geographical distribution ranges from Bolivia to southern tip of Chile and Argentina. Even categorized globally as least concern, this species is considered threatened in different countries. Geoffroy's cat was the world's second most frequently traded fur. Nowadays, international trade is forbidden, but other serious threats keep happening, such as habitat alteration and destruction, roadkills, poaching, killing by dogs, fire, poisoning, and disease. And to help this species, we create a network for Geoffroy's cat conservation. And we already have 27 projects and 17 with mitigation actions. Here in this map are the locations of our projects in the 6 different countries where the species occurs. We follow a strategy based on spreading the word because people need to know about Geoffrey's cat, defining the problems, finding the solution, and acting. Since our members are native to each area, we are in a unique position to understand each regional cultural characteristics, which help us in the local community engagement. For example, I did my PhD with Geoffrey's cat in the region where I was born in Brazil. This is a rural school and a local market in my local community. The teachers there tells the kids they know me since I was a kid, and these students look at me with hope. I'm also working with local farmers. Since I'm from a family of local farmers, we can discuss the main issues with trust because I'm not an outsider. One of the biggest threats for the species in Brazil are roads. We are working on avoid road kills too. Another project of our working group is happening in the southern Chile. Baron and Melanie create a national project focused on educating people about Geoffrey's cat. And these are the results of their projects. They are working online on pandemic. In addition, they are starting a project intended to avoid conflicts between Geoffrey's cats and chickens. In Bolivia, in the other extreme of species distribution, Paola is doing an amazing job with local community engagement. She's working with adults and also with kids. In Argentina, Lucila is working in many different sites, as you can see on the map. She is working with education, with local community engagement, and helping to create protected areas in private areas. In Brazil, Felipe, Marina, Hugo, Tadeu, and other colleagues are working to prevent disease among domestic cats and Geoffrey's cat. They will start vaccinating and castrating domestic cats soon, always with orientation to the farmers. In the southern Argentina, Espinal, Mauro and colleagues are working with carnivorous livestock conflicts. And these are some of our projects. We have many others. In addition to our projects, we are developing an educational material aiming our work in local communities. The idea here is to have a material to share among all projects inside Geoffrey's Cat Working Group and among other working groups that work with other species of small wild cats in South America. So we are creating board games, memory games, domino, drawings to color, masks, helping with the books, with videos such as this one created by Augustine and other colleagues about a great couple of Geoffrey's cat in Argentina. We also define the World Geoffrey's Cat Day. It is on 28th January, and we celebrate it, participating of podcasts, creating a network of artists all around the world painting these species. And here are some examples of these paintings. And recording a video with kids from different countries telling Geoffrey's cat in their language. The video is very cute. We develop our website so people can know about these species, about our actions, and also they can know how to help us. Finally, Geoffrey's Cat Working Group made two wonderful partnerships with El Gato Chocolate, a chocolatery from Peru, and with Yucumari Winery from Bolivia. These partnerships were made by our members Kylie and Chimena. We will continue to work on conservation of this wildcat and its habitats in its entire distribution. And in the name of all members of the working group, we thank you for everything.
Our African golden cat project in Uganda is very interesting. It's run by Badru Mugerwa. Here's a picture of the African golden cat. And here's Badru interviewing some community members. Is there poaching in Burundi? And of course, they offer their information freely. Here's a poacher who tells us that he poaches to feed his family and also to raise money for his school children. He explains that rangers and anti-poaching people just make his life more difficult, that he has to work around them, and that's what he does. What's the solution? Well, Badru's Mbaka program led to the creation of a piglet program for people. This is an effort to reduce poaching by supplying locals with piglets. Of course, piglets grow up into pigs. They're very well taken care of. And this is why compensation schemes are unnecessary. $1 cannot make $6 this fast. And once this gets going, it really gets going. 1,200 people are now participating in our anti-poaching program and are receiving piglets. It's working so well that this year Mbaka is rolling out a mobile dental clinic to provide dental services to rural communities, most of which have never seen a dentist. We have small cat summits. This is our second summit here in Sri Lanka in 2019, and hopefully we'll have another summit in 2022 in Singapore. I estimate that you'll see 3 times as many people next year as this picture here. I want to remind everyone that conservation is a social science. We work with children to change the future. We work with adults to change the present so that there is a future. I want to give a special call out to WCN for providing this platform so that we can talk to thousands of people around the world. Thank you for joining us. Flavia and I would be happy to answer any questions you have.